All right, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakah Hakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, and sincere shalom to the brothers out here pushing this truth and sincerity. And I have an article here. I'm probably going to begin into the full thing, just pretty much the gist of it. And it says Biden pledges not to send American military to Ukraine. So this is the biggest, this has been the next big thing that's been going on, especially since this is all prophecy to World War III that a lot of people are mocking as far as making memes out of how World War III is going to start and all this. It's all fun and games until it actually happens. But now this is down by this pledge not to help these Ukraines. And just a couple weeks ago, I did a video on Putin saying that no one's going to save Ukraine out of this. So this has further proven the point, especially since these rats are going to set up Biden not to get involved so they can have World War III happen. They need to have everybody on the forefront ready to fight and kill each other for his agenda so he can also make a profit out of this. But I'm going to go ahead and read the article. It says, actually I'm going to start down here. It says President Joe Biden has assured American lawmakers that the U.S. military personnel will not be taking part in the war in Ukraine. Not a single service member will be sent to the Eastern European country to fight the Russian army. Delivering his State of the Union address to Congress on Tuesday, Biden stressed that the U.S. forces are not to engage and will not engage in the conflict with Russian forces in Ukraine. And Miyazaki was also talking about it. Russia's just toying with them at this point because it's been 7 days. It's been a whole week. If Russia wanted to take back that place that quick, he would have definitely done it. They had the firepower to do it. They had the manpower to do it. Biden's not even trying to Biden's not even trying to get involved. And he said it. He said it confidently. No one's rescuing Ukraine. No one. And the reason I wanted to go in this is because, again, it's prophecy. Number one, World War III is going to happen one way or another. People, this is going to happen. Now, Esau, these rats wants everybody to have the upper hand in something. There has to be a major war. There has to be drafts. A lot of people has to die. Money's involved, as it is into this article. And ultimately, it's the Lord that sets it up. And I'm going to get the scripture in that in a moment. But I'm going to start off with this scripture first. Slakia, my phone actually put it somewhere else. This is Isaiah 13:4. It says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the hosts into battle. The muster of the host of battle. So, actually, Salaki, that wasn't the one I wanted. This was the one. This is Matthew 24:6, and I'm gonna get to the other one. It says, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See, I'm actually gonna start right there, because with wars also comes with a lot of commotions, such as dis-ease of the people, such as far as them being uncomfortable, and a lot of people had to be drafted, and a whole bunch of stuff is going to happen. So you're going to hear a lot of wars, right? We're already past the part of rumors of wars. Now we're actually hitting into war, not just in World War III, but in Civil War as well, since a lot of people was actually starting to get pissed off. Especially since now, with Biden not trying to get involved and all these people trying to send prayers to Ukraine, that's going to spark another uproar. Probably not yet, but when it gets worse, oh yeah, a lot of people are going to get angry. Especially when they start announcing that this place is going to go into war. Oh, people are going to be really mad. Because that's the one thing a lot of people wanted to avoid. They had so much confidence of this place actually being able to stop anyone from winning. But guess what? You got China rising up. You had Russia rising up. Who's next? Who's up? Who's up next to rise up? Because now it's going to be a free for all. And soon it could be to where they're all going to join together against this place, and people going to be in despair. People going to be in despair. They're going to be like, "There's not enough of us to fight all of them." But every country wants to be like, "Yeah, y'all, we're coming after y'all first, next." Yeah, these people don't know what's coming to them. These people don't know what's coming to them. This may be the the golden crown jewel of the face of the earth in wickedness, but because it is in that wickedness, soon everybody gonna start hating this place because of how of a false imagery it had. But I'm gonna go back to this in a second, and now it says, I should start right here. It says, however, according to the U.S. leader, American troops, air squadrons, and warships are being deployed elsewhere on the continent in order to defend our NATO allies in the event that Putin decides to keep moving west. So they basically said, screw Ukraine, let them have it. We gotta worry about these guys though, and it's to give Russia a foothold, just like China wants Taiwan. It gives them a foothold, and they will eventually get it too. So these rats are giving each other a foothold so they can benefit off the not only the deaths, but the benefit off the who gets to fund the war. Each of these competitors, because that's all. It's they all competing to be who could be the next ruler. Biden named Poland, Romania, forgive me if I'm saying this wrong, these names, Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia as the countries where the U.S. military presence was being beefed up. So, for people, these people are already throwing up prayers for Ukraine. Ukraine is screwed because, hell, Ukraine's in Russia anyways. It's not going to be a surprise if they take it back. And it's to give them a foothold, and it's ultimately to make sure that all these countries, all these kingdoms, are ready to be destroyed. Technically, not by Esau, but by the Most High. But again, I'll get into that. It says the American president went on to warn Moscow that, in keeping with NATO's Article 5 principle, Washington would come to its NATO allies rescue should Russia target them, adding that the military bloc was prepared to defend every inch of territory of NATO countries with the full force of our collective power. So you got a question. It is kind of funny. Now Esau wants all these other countries to obey the NATO's laws, but Esau can't even keep treaties with other countries. Then it's talking about defending NATO's territories or countries when these countries are in these heathens' lands, which goes to show you how much of a devil he is to lay claim on another kingdom, another king. I would say another king's land. Technically, that's how much of a devil the Esau really is. Even though it's the Edomite versus Edomite, but then you got the Moabites. It's Esau lays his claims where he wants, and then expect everybody to be on par with it. This is actually this is Isaiah 13:4. It says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustered the host of battle. So these kingdoms, all Esau is doing is basically doing what the Lord has him set up to do. Be a devil and make sure these kingdoms are ready to feel like they're prepared, confident, ready to see the be like, yeah, somebody, all of us is gonna win. Like, not that's all that meant. Their mentality is, I'm gonna win. The other opposer, I'm gonna win. Esau's in mind. The rats, I'm gonna win because I already still own the world. They all have this confidence with them. Little do they know, the Lord's just setting them up for them to be in one big ring, for them to get blasted, and for all their kingdoms to crumble, especially Babylon. But people don't understand that with the wages of war comes the cost of everything. Like, a lot of people, and again, me and Aki was also talking about this. You got a lot of these people that go into this military for so-called benefits and don't think about having to go into war. But the first thing that comes to my mind when I hear military is that you're going to war. And at any given time, war will break out. Any given time. Now, with that happening, and you don't even, at this point, a lot of people don't even have to be in the military. They get to start drafting people. And once that happens, people are going to start going to hiding. People just going to act like nothing is happening. And you got the other part where people are going to go into survival mode. This is Ecclesiastes 12:4. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sounding of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So there will be no joy. There will be no work. Everybody's going to have to try to survive. And it's going to be the biggest, as I should say, the biggest apocalypse these people are going to ever have. It's not to say that we won't struggle, but by the Lord's will, we have His blessings to keep staying in the faith, to even when this place falls, that we stay in the faith. But this place, people are going to be in so much fear, agony. It's going to be on a whole nother level that no one can ever imagine. It's going to be the greatest fall upon all falls of kingdoms. And this crown jewel of wickedness will be up in higher in flames than any other kingdom that ever been in flames. And it's going to stay in flames, so where it's never inhabited. But that's all I have going to that. So, Lord, this was a little edifying. And with that, Shalom.